Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'll be discussing about factory design patterns. So let's get started. Video is going to be, you can see on my screen. We'll start with definition, key components, class diagram and then code implementation. So this is the flow that is going to be in this complete video. So watch till video till end so that you don't miss any concept about the factory design patterns, because in many times this design pattern is asked in the interview, and in real time project also you will be using this design pattern most of the time. So let's get started. I will start with definition. So what is factory design pattern? Definition is on the screen. So factory design patterns is a creational design pattern that provides an interface for creating objects in a superclass but allows subclass to alter the type of objects that will be created. So basically in this factory design patterns we create a object, and the way we create each object is different. So if we say in the simple word what is factory design patterns, you can say this also. Instead of using new keywords to create objects directly, the factory pattern creates object through the separate factory class or method. So in Java, normally we create a object with new keywords, but in factory design pattern what it says that we are not creating the object directly with the new keywords, but we have a separate factory class or method which helps us to create the object. So this is what is the definition. This is basically the factory design patterns. So this is the definition of the factory design patterns. Now we'll see what are the key components that are involved in the factory design patterns. So basically there are three components which are involved when we implement this factory design pattern. So first is the product. So product is nothing but the interface or abstract class that we create during the implementation. That we will see in the later part of the video when I will be implementing this factory design patterns with the code. And then second key component is concrete product. So concrete product is nothing but implementation of the product, because product is the interface or abstract class, so you will have to write that implementation class for the interface or abstract class. So those are nothing but the concrete product. And then we have a factory that will help to create the object. So these are the three key components that will be seen when we design these factory design patterns. Now let's see with the help of class diagram like how we'll be representing this factory design pattern if we want to represent with the class diagram. So first here I am taking an example of shape. Basically let me tell you in brief. There are a different type of shape, let's say circle, rectangle and a square, and I want to create or I want to draw this shape based on the user choice. So let's say if I say circle, then it should draw the circle. If I say rectangle, it should draw the rectangle, and if I say square, it should draw the square. So based on the input given by the users, I should be able to get the required shape. So here shape I have taken which has a draw method, and that is an interface. And then you can see that there are three implementation classes, circle, rectangle and square, and these classes have draw method implementation. Then there is a shape factory which has get shape method, which is taking one argument of type, like what type of shape you want to get. So that type of the argument you need to pass in the shape factory class of get shape method. So that is the factory. And then we have the factory design pattern class which has the main method. So that we will see in the when we do the coding. So basically here we'll try to find the key component. So this shape interface is nothing but product. So this is product. We saw, right, there are three key components: product and concrete product and factory. So if we see in the class diagram, shape is the product, and this circle, rectangle and square will be the second key component, which is concrete product. So these three classes will be nothing but concrete product, and then this is the factory, and this is the main method. So this is how we will draw the class diagram for the factory design pattern. So there are many instances where we use this factory design patterns in real time scenario. This is one of the example which I told you about the shape. Similarly, you can have many others as well. If you know some more scenario which is coming to your mind, you can let me know into the comment section. Uh, so now let's move on to the coding, like how we'll implement this factory design patterns. So I have already written the code so that video does not become long. So I'll just explain how I have implemented this factory design patterns with the same example which I have shown in the class diagram, so that it becomes easier to understand. So let's see, here is the code. We have this, we talked about the shape interface, right? So you see there is a interface called shape which has draw method in it, and then we'll have this different implementation. So this will be product, and then we'll have this concrete product. So first we have circle class which implements shape, and here we are giving the implementation of draw method, like inside circle draw method. So this is the implementation of draw method in the circle class. Similarly, we have rectangle class which again implements the shape and giving implementation for the draw method. Then we have a square which is again implementing shape and giving the implementation for the draw method. So these three classes, circle, rectangle and square, are nothing but the concrete product, which is nothing but the implementation of the shape interface. So these are the concrete product. So first is the interface shape, which is product, and then these three classes, circle, rectangle and square, which is implementing the shape interface, are the concrete product, which is giving that implementation for the draw method. Now let's we'll create another class, that is shape factory. So this is factory. So this is the factory class which has the get shape method, that is taking an argument of shape type, and then here is the logic that will help me to create the object, like what type of object you want to create. So you see, if the shape type is null, we are returning null, and we are passing this shape type. Based on the shape type, we are returning the type of object. If the shape type is circle, it will return the circle object. If shape type is rectangle, it will return the rectangle object. If shape type is square, it will return the square object. So what type of the shape we are passing, that type of object will be created and returned from this method. So this is the factory methods. So now we'll go to the main method, where we will see like how this factory method is helping me to create the object. So this is the main method, and here I am creating an object of shape factory. So shape factory is nothing but this factory class. So object is created in the main method with the shape factory, and then with the help of shape factory object, I am calling this get shape method, and I am passing, like I want object of circle type. So I am passing circle here. So when I call this shape1.draw method, it will print from the circle class, because this factory will return the object of circle class. Let's see, we'll see when we run this project. This draw method should print from the circle class draw method. So when I call this safe1.draw, it should print inside circle draw method because it is returning a object of circle class. Now we'll see the next example where I am calling again safe factory and get safe method with rectangle. So now this should return the object of rectangle, not the circle or square, because we are passing the type of object I want is rectangle, so it should return the object of rectangle, and when I call this draw method it should return this message inside rectangle draw method. Similar is for the square. So again we are calling this safe factory get safe method with square. It should return the object of square class and it should print the method from the square class. So when I call this safe3.draw, it should call draw method from the square class, not from any other classes, because when I created this object in the line number 16, you can see that it is returning a object of a square class. So this is how that factory design pattern helps to create the object at runtime, because we don't know like at what type of object I need it. So we'll be passing this type of the object at runtime, so that factory will decide like at what type of object needs to be created. So here you see when we when I run this project, we'll see that the result will be from the different classes. So see, first statement which is printed here is inside circle, because when I pass this circle it returns the object of circle class, so it is printing inside circle draw method. So if you go to draw method of circle, you can see the same message is passed here. And when I created object of rectangle and call this safe2.draw method, it is printing inside rectangle because it is calling draw method from the rectangle class. And similarly for the square, it is printing inside square draw method. So this is how like we implement that factory design patterns. So I hope that I was able to make you how to implement this factory design pattern. If at all you have any doubt regarding the factory design pattern, let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you out. And if you like this video or if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.